sus. Nawala.
So yung kanina na, sige ako. So wala ako. Ayan, so again, magsumor everyone. Okay, so let's start na po. Konti na rin na dito. So again everyone, welcome here at the second part of your tour. And again, good afternoon to all of you. So here, we will not go around this place like back inside the garden there. You have seen a lot of animals like bear cats and other animals. Here, we will have a cultural sharing with them. One of our indigenous people here in Palawan called Palawan. So I'll be your interpreter because they have their own dialect. They call Palawan also. They can understand Tagalog and a bit of English, but they prefer their own. Mama, Minan, tumag na. Thank you po, Suur. Sabi nila, manungang mabon, which means good afternoon to you. If you want to greet them good afternoon, try to say it in their dialect. Manungang mabon. Yes, like that. In Palawan, we have three major indigenous people. We have the Batak, we have the Tagbanwa, and lastly, the Palawan, that are originally from the southern part of Palawan. They're from the southern part, and they're the possible descendants of the Tabunman that we call the caveman that lived here in Palawan for thousands of years. Itong lugar na to is their second home or their temporary home away from the mountains. Noong 1976 pa lang, dito na sila pupunta. Sir, ma'am, dito pong exit po. So dito na sila pupunta. They stay here for months, weeks, or just a few nights, depending on how long they want to. Sometimes one night. The next morning, they go back up in the mountains. That's about 200 kilometers away. Yeah, it's very far. That's why this is a livelihood program. We notice that their cultures are slowly disappearing or nawawala. With this program, we are able to help them by encouraging them to continue practice or share their traditions and rich cultures. Pabili na ba? Take me na. So she's going to show you something, everyone. Please hold that. Here, sir, ma'am. Forward. Here on the front. Pass it to everyone after po. You can try to smell that. That's one of their most important traditional product. They call that bagtik. What do you think? What's that thing you're holding right now? What is it? Salt? Try again.
Awas.
Move forward, sir.
Awas.
What is it? That's a trisam or a resin. Dagta ng puno. That thing that you're holding right now is one of their most important traditional product called bagtik from almasiga tree. A large tree that can be found in higher elevation areas. That's about 2,000 feet
Parang
or
bato lang eh.
600 meters above sea level and higher. That resin you're holding is the main ingredient in making the nail polish that we have. The nail polish that we have. Paints, especially varnish. That's why it smells like varnish. Fiberglass and other related products. And that is very flammable. Pwede siyang pampaboy. And they also have their... This is their native backpack. It's where they put their products like that resin. And it's made of rattan, so it's durable. They can carry 30 kilos of that here. Up and down in the mountains. So if it's full, they just tie the back so the products won't fall. She said if it's heavy, no problem. They have the head strap to support more weight, aside from the shoulder strap. So we have an example there in their house. Usually, they carry 30 kilos, but they can carry 50 to 75 kilos.
Is that bad?
We have a bigger one there. So they have different kind of backpacks for women and men, because women also carry the backpack with the pagtik. That's their source of income. Aside from that, their music lovers. We have their musical instruments. We have their native drum. They call this one gimbal. This is gimbal. It's a hollow wood that they carve. And then on top, this is an animal skin. This is cow skin or balat ng baka. We have the agong or gong. The smaller one's called sana. Altogether, they play this and they call it masay. Masay, give me yung... instruments. They don't dance to entertain visitors because tribal dances are rituals, which means sacred. They only dance when they have occasions, like good harvest, weddings. That's a form of prayer. They dance all night long. Aside from that, they have a two-string guitar. Before the arrival in the Philippines of the modern, the six-string guitar that we know, they already have a two-string guitar. We know as kudyopi or kudungan. Kudyopi is considered as one of the first guitar in the Philippines. So let's hear Maman Pidong, Maman Elmer, and Maman Yuliki play the kudyopi. Maman means an elder brother. Okay, that's it. For in the mountains, they play a lot of songs. That's called boget, which means bird song. Their songs are related to nature. That's why they call that boget or bird song. And they have another instrument called aruding. Aruding is different because they use their mouth to play this instrument. It's just a piece of a wild palm. On top, they put beeswax to adjust the sound. Through vibration of this, using their mouth, they can create that amazing sound. So, aruding din nyo. In the mountains, they play that aruding all together. It's more fun and beautiful when they play that all together. Aside from that, they have this native flute called soleng. They usually play this for lullaby for the children, pampatulog ng mga bata. Sometimes used for courting or panghaharana naman. So let's hear Mama Lito play the soleng. Sige, the native flute. Okay, so that's the soleng. They have two kinds of flute. That soleng is used for courting. They have another one, a smaller version called boborok, used for playing a lullaby for the children. Yung boborok, yung mas manayan, wala dito. So aside from that, they are hunters. So they hunt wild pigs using these two special spears called surayang and ligid. Surayang is used for hunting wild pigs to trap them. It's not a harpoon used for fishing. It looks like it, but it's not. They use this to trap. So again, there's a wild pig, they just simply throw the spear. Because of the hooks, it will get stuck. So if the target tries to escape or run, this metal will only separate from the handle. This will get stuck between trees or bushes so the target can go far. They use this other spear, the ligid, to kill that. So surayang trap, ligid for follow-up kill. And these metals, by the way, are hundreds of years old spears from their great-great-grandfather, handed down to them generation after generation. And this is used for humans long time ago. Long time ago. Don't worry, they don't use this anymore. They also have blow darts. During the rainy season in the mountains, they hunt birds, squirrels. That's part of their diet. They hunt squirrels. But before that, they have a small piece of bamboo. They use that to imitate or copy the sounds of birds. They call that tampios. That's the tampios. A bird whistle that can copy the sounds of birds. And if the target is visible, they will immediately use the blow darts. Look at the drawing wild pig. Mata.
Nandyan.
That's how they shoot animals. Okay, volunteer, next target. According to them, they can hit much farther than that. Imagine 30 meters, they can hit farther than that. They're one of our indigenous people that don't use bow and arrows. That's their signature weapon. They call that samahan. In Tagalog, we call that sumpit. It's made of two bamboos. The other one is inside to make it strong so they can hit far enough to kill their target. Using darts that has poison on the tip. The darts they use are for birds only, so it needs no poison. But for wild pigs, they really need to put poison so they can kill that within 5 minutes. It will die because the poison is very powerful. They make the poison. They just don't share that to us because if they accidentally hurt themselves or us, goodbye. There is still no antidote for the poison they make. That's why they don't share that to us. We have an example right there on their house. Those darts has poison. They seal that for the children's safety so they won't touch or play with that because it's very powerful. When used for animals, immediately wash the meat in running water before you can eat that. That's what they said. And his name is Inge. So he will show you how they make fire or they start fire using 3 simple materials. Did you see that? One stripe. Now we already have a smoke. All you need is to put that on dry leaves to
Ano
make
yung ginawa?
fire. I'll show you again. We just again 3 simple materials. A metal from the barter system long time ago or from other countries. Barter trading.
Nag-ano yata
We have
Alit Andrew yung
or buhay
ilaw.
na ba
May
to?
ilaw ba? Wala naman. Parang wala naman.
And lastly, their native cotton from the young shoots of the palm tree to make the
Ang bilis ah.
the spark. Now we have fire. He just did that with just one stripe. I'll try it with one stripe.
Wow.
It's hard.
Bilis
Now
ah.
we have fire. So we have their native torch called salong. It's their light up in the mountains. This is called salong, but we know this as solo. This torch is not just used for light. They also use this for aromatherapy because it gives an aromatic scent. Insect repellents or for mosquitoes. And the best thing about this torch, it can cure illnesses like headaches, stomach aches, and other illnesses. I'll go around to everyone, try to smell the torch. It's really effective for headaches, okay? So try to smell it, everyone. If you have headaches, try to smell the torch. Mabilis kumalat, ayun. Incense, try again.
Ay, oo. Insenso, parang insenso. Kamangyan, kamangyan.
Most of our visitors say it's like that. But this torch is just resin. It's like it's like incense, but it's a resin from a wild pili tree. Do you know pili tree? Pili nuts. They collect the resin and they cover it with leaves. This torch, this long, can last for 3 to 5 nights depending on use. And they also believe it can drive away bad spirits or bad luck. I bought one before for headaches. It's really effective for headaches. And they sell this back in the garden. So it's really effective for headaches. If you want to buy this, we have a lot of this back in the garden. And it's really effective for bad spirits. My sister tried to use this for bad spirits. Her mother-in-law went missing. Just kidding. So now, if you want to know more information on how this program started, we have a lot of information at the back. Okay? So that's all for our cultural sharing. If you want to say thank you to them, try to say mag-support.
Mag-support.
That's thank you. Okay, so mag-support ninyo. Let's now take picture by group together with them right there in their house and also with their pet. An optional picture taking with the snake. With the python. Okay? Optional if you want to take picture with that. And if you want to donate something for them, we have this box here. So please put this donation box is for the sustainability of the program. Okay? Now let's take picture by group, everyone. First, for your group, let's take picture of your house. How many are you?